once I came down here to visit, and I saw how diverse the city was. Because Akron is not as diverse as Columbus. So I saw all these Africans, I saw all these Asians, and Eastern Europeans. I was like, wow, this is where I need to be. I need to be here for language. So I moved here, and I wasn't exactly sure what I wanted to do, so I just went to Columbus State Community College. Went there for a year, and then someone was telling me that I could take a placement test at OSU, a language placement test. So I called OSU and I asked them about the placement test, and they said that I could take it in Chinese, Japanese, or whatever. So I decided to do Chinese since I had like a strong background in that language. So they set me up with one of the Chinese teachers. Went there, and he spoke Chinese for like 30 minutes or something like that. It was like a test. And after we spoke, he gave me like a book to read in Chinese. So I was reading it, but there were some characters that I couldn't recognize. So he said, "Wow, your speaking is very good." He said, "But you should take this 300 level class. It's like more like a reading and writing class." So I said, okay. I took the class, and during the whole quarter, there were like two sections. There's a reading and writing section, there's a spoken section. In the spoken section, the teacher would just speak all in Chinese, no English. So I would go to these classes every day, and I was the only one in the class proficient in Chinese. Like, cause the other students, they were just, I think it was like, yeah, 300 level, but I had more experience speaking Chinese with Chinese people. So every day I would go to the class, and the teacher would speak Chinese, and right away I would be able to like answer the question. I mean, I wasn't trying to show off or anything. It was just that like I was so pumped up in class, they were speaking Chinese, I just wanted to answer everything. So people in the class, they thought I was like crazy, looking at me funny, and had people ask me like, how you learn to speak Chinese like that? And I told them that I was just studying on my own and whatnot. So at the end of the quarter, one of the Chinese teachers came up to me. She told me that she felt that I'm wasting my time because it was a 300 level class. She said maybe I should go up to a higher level, like the 600 level. And see, once you get to like 600 levels, that's mainly graduate students, people who've already graduated, lived in China, worked in China. They've just taken that level course. So I was the only one in the class who studied Chinese independently. I've never been to China. I didn't really take the Chinese classes, only that 300 level class. So I took that, and then they gave me 50. Yeah, I got like 50, 40, 50 credits waived. So I didn't have to take all those classes. I saved money. So it was only logical to major in Chinese. So I was just stuck with taking history courses, and that was it.
So 50 credits, most college students to graduate in their major only requires them so many credits, which is about what, 60?
Like 60, yeah.
So he was already graduated in his major in college.
Yeah, that was just from the placement test.
So he's going to go over with you the languages of, we're going to start with Asia since we're talking about imperialism. We're going to start with Asia, we're going to move to Africa, and hopefully we'll get to the Middle East. We didn't get to the Middle East earlier, but hopefully, if you guys have questions, feel free, don't be rude, okay, but feel free to ask them freely as he's going through the maps with you. If you have any questions over the map, just make sure you raise your hand, okay? Yes, Ricky.
You know, like international colleges and stuff like that. Do they English? Do they have English classes?
Yeah, they have English. Like in the foreign countries, they actually study English at a young age. They have to learn English because English is the dominant language. So you will find English all elementary school, junior high school, even in the colleges.
Any other questions before we go to Asia? Okay.
Okay. Alright, so basically what we want to talk about today is Asia. We want to do Asia, the Middle East, Africa. Let's see here. We'll start with Chinese first, since that's one of the most popular.
You want to tell them about the website first, Moses?
Okay. This website you see is OmniGlide. You can see it.
OmniGlide.com.